Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Under Paris. This is a new film from 2024. It is rated mature because it came out on Netflix, so it doesn't have like a rating like most films would. It has a runtime of an hour and 44 minutes. And as of the recording of this video, we have a Rotten Tomato score of 62% from the critics, 33% from the audiences, which is very rare that it's lower, and a letterbox average rating of 2.3. So I tend to agree this is not the best of films. It is sort of entertaining at times. But yeah, overall, this was kind of a miss. I think there's a few sequences that are worthy of praise. But let me tell you a little bit about this film. In the summer of 2024, Paris is hosting the World Triathlon Championship on the Seine, which is I think like their canals or their main river, for the first time. Sophia, a brilliant scientist, learns from Micah, a young environmental activist, that a large shark is swimming deep in the river. To avoid a bloodbath at the heart of the city, they have no choice but to join forces with Adol, who is a policeman, and the Seine River Police uh, to stop the shark. So, this film stars Berenice Bejo as Sofia Salas and Nassim Lies as Adil. Now, I will tell you the first thing. This is probably the first all French film I've ever watched, which was really interesting. So I did watch this in the original French, um, and like I said, the main problem with this film is that this film was just trying to be Jaws, but in Paris. It's exactly the same concept. The mayor of the city doesn't want to shut down when the shark is seen, and then people start dying, and that's the exact plot of Jaws. Now, Jaws is a fantastic film. This one, it is not. There are a few sequences, and this is a little bit spoilery. I think the first introduction to the shark is very interesting, and they go into there's so much stuff that's so convoluted about this shark. Like all the shark attacks are um they're so weird. They don't look very well with the CGI. I think the most interesting part of this film is there's a and like once again I'm going a little bit into spoilers here, but there's a sequence that is in the catacombs in under Paris, um, and hence the name of the movie, where they find the sharks kind of nest, and there's like the environmental group and all these people with the police, like they're all in this ledge, and they go and they discover that there are more sharks than one because the shark can now reproduce asexually, which is weird. uh, and it's just like a big killing scene. It is so much. It's full of gore. It's fantastic. It's really fun to watch. I think if anything, you should watch that scene and then kind of go from there towards the end of the film. Uh, they also established that in this river, there's still like uh, this ordinance that hasn't exploded from the time of the war. That's just sitting there at the bottom of the river, and at the end of the film, and once again, I'm going into spoilers. The whole city explodes and it's kind of flooded, and Paris goes down under, which is once again a wild concept. But now we have Paris and this shark that can self-reproduce, and these other sharks that have been coming out, and it's like I want to see the next film after that. I think that's an interesting concept that the sharks cause that the city is underwater now. Can they get the city back? Also, these sharks, if they keep reproducing on its own, it was said in the film that they would kind of take over the marine life in the ocean. So like because they've adapted to be able to live both in salt water or just regular water or like the river water. So it like I said, I think the end of the film, the last 35 minutes of the film are pretty interesting. But yeah, overall, unless you're really into shark movies, I don't know. This is probably something you could just have on in the background, but you might have to switch to English unless you speak French. So I don't think any actors were like bad or anything. It was just like the film was not very cohesive together. I do want to say that the mayor of the town was like the most the craziest, goofiest thing that they could have made, because this mayor refused to do the right thing at any point, like even after learning. Like, so yeah, um, I was, like I said, I think I was overall kind of entertained. It's not the worst thing I've seen this year, but yeah, it's not something I would go out and actively recommend to someone, unless you really, like I said, are into sharks. So. But like I said, I would love to see what happens next. I think that'd be a really fun film. So if you have seen Under Paris, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.